Hey folks, just a quick video here, an update on the Ogilby Road BLM. I've had a few videos in the past. Well, this time we came as usual, and just basically it's always been kind of a free-for-all here. You just go and pick a spot out in the desert, anywhere between the washes, and camp for 14 days. But this time a ranger came up to me after the first day. He was doing a patrol, and he says now you have to camp on within 300 feet of designated routes, and he showed me an app to download. I'll show you that in a bit later, and using the GPS on the phone you can figure out where you can camp. So here's a route. You can see this is 668. It says camping 14-day limit, and you can see that route takes off down here, and it kind of follows Ogilby Road. I'll show you on a map, and it goes up, sort of heads out towards that large dark pile up there, and basically you have to follow that certain route, and you can only camp within 300 meters of it, so it's kind of pretty difficult. There was another route that we found a spot on 701, and we were able to snag a spot, but it's going to severely limit the places you can actually camp here. Just let me drive in a little further and I'll show you. So here's where I would normally come in with the trailer. Of course, miss that ocotillo. And then I'd pick a spot, much like you see a lot of rigs in here have grabbed spots. Well, if the ranger shows up again, he's going to come and give them a warning. If they're not home, he slaps on a red sticker telling you to evacuate the area immediately and go find a different spot on a designated route. So basically, these rigs are mostly camped where they're not supposed to be. You can see where I am. I had to go all the way up, quite far in. Just let me zoom into where I am. And I think I'm on a route as far as the map shows. There I am up there. And you can see there's a couple other rigs along that route. So it's kind of a bummer because this was a really nice place, and you can see there's nice flat access roads here to come in, but basically this is all considered a large wash, and technically I think he said you're not even supposed to drive on it or have an ATV on it or anything. It's supposed to be a no vehicle access. I asked him, I said, well, these roads look pretty established, and he said they were like historic roads. So I'm just thought I'd post this video to let people know if they're coming here, they could set up and then have a BLM ranger show up and tell them to leave, or get a warning sticker on their door. So let me go back to the rig and I'll show you online where you can get he showed me where to get the BLM map showing the routes, and then an app to use to match them up with the GPS waypoints so you know exactly where you're camped. Okay, so you can see the brown BLM signs here, and on it it's got route. It says EC701, and that's one of the routes, as far as I can figure, is good to go to camp along. I'll show you this one a little closer. There we are. Bureau of Land Management 701. So it's supposed to be a vehicle access route, and you're allowed to camp within 300 feet of it. So that's what we've done. Kind of waiting, maybe this guy will come back, I can ask him, make sure I'm in the right spot. It's kind of a convoluted setup. There's not a lot of good signage to know exactly what you're supposed to do, but like I say, it's changed a lot since we've been coming here for about 7 years. I've never even seen a ranger, and I've seen people camp everywhere. So here's our little setup here. I'll go inside and get you some screenshots on the computer of the maps and software. But it's a pretty spot. A nice view of the mountains here. So here's a sat view of the area. You can see Yuma over here, and then Interstate 8 here. and Ogilby is up in here. And you can see it's quite an open area that you used to be able to camp pretty well anywhere between the washes in here, but now they've limited you to just off the routes. If I look in here, you can kind of see the faint lines in here. This one going up here, I think that's one of the routes, and then there's this 701 I showed you the signs goes across here, and that is about it as far as that area. There's some down here. So I'll go to this other website where you download the app. This is the one the ranger recommended, Avenza Maps, and it's a free download onto your smartphone, either Android or Apple, and then you can download mobile maps onto it. Here's, for instance, is the Google Play Store, and you can see it has all kinds of features. Now you don't have to, once you get it installed, you'll have a map store, and you don't have to buy any maps. The BLM ones are free. Let me give you an example of what one looks like. I found them at the geo-referenced PDF maps here, but they're also at the, so you can download them from this site and get a PDF to look at, or through the app. Just let me show you what one of the maps looks like. The one I was interested in was routes of travel for Eastern Imperial County. That's the section that we're in. So we'll just open it up here. This is in a PDF viewer, and we're right in this area. So let me just zoom in here. Here we go. Right in here. There's Tumco, that's a little bit north to us. So the routes I'm interested in are right down. There's Ogilby Road, crosses the train tracks, and then you can see right in here, zoom in a bit more, these green lines are routes. So there's one that was going straight up that I pointed out, and this is the 701 right there, right along there. So that's really, you see all this space in here that you used to be able to pretty well camp anywhere. It's no go now. You have to be on these green lines. You can see there's some over here. There is sections of this area too that are private property along the American Girl mine, and he said, you know, and Sidewinder Road. He said he doesn't have jurisdiction there. He says sometimes a private landowner will have the people kicked off. But he was coming around, and the ranger was booting people that were camped in this area. So let me just show you on the app I downloaded exactly what it looks like. Okay, here we go. So once you have it downloaded, you have this Avenza Maps. Click that and open that on the smartphone. And then you want to find the map for the section, so you hit plus, download or import map. I'm going to get map from store, and I do a search for BLM, and here we go. That one, let's see if it's this one here. What's that say? Yeah, Eastern Imperial County. Oops. So we'll hit that, and we'll install that, and you can see right there's the information, and it's free. So we'll hit free and download it. Let's take a second to download here. Okay, there we go. So we'll click that, and that opens up the section there, and you can see the blue dot is the GPS on my phone. So we'll start zooming in there, and you can see right there my blue dot is on 701, route 701. So he told me, showed me on his phone, as long as your blue dot is on the green line, you're good to camp. But you can see this is the black is Ogilby Road, and there's a route that goes up here, and there's some over in this section, but a lot of these routes, like where we are, if you go any further, you go through some washes with sharp dips. You're not going to get a big trailer, and not this way. So basically they're severely limiting this area. A lot of people don't know yet. This was just the first time I found out. He told me up around this Tumco there's quite a few that you can get larger rigs in. But anyway, that's the scoop on that information. So I'll link to my previous videos on this Ogilby Road, and I'll also put this update on those videos so I can kind of warn people before they come. You may come here and stay a week and a half and not see a BLM guy, but I just thought people might want to know. Till next time, Ray from loveyourrv.com. Happy trails, folks. Cheers.